made this game called Crazy Driver, and it's about this black car which is driving on the highway, and you have to avoid the red cars coming towards you. And it's played on the FPGA. So you have these 4 buttons, and you have. Let me just have to come closer. So you have this button right here, which starts the game, and you have up and down. So when you press this, you can see on the screen the red cars comes towards you, and the game is all about avoiding them.
So let's try to play it until you crash.
Okay.
Let's see how good you are. Okay.
That was quite fast.
So do you get a score?
Yeah.
So how is the score calculated?
Yeah, yeah, you could just.
It's calculated by the timer, which runs in the background. So
every second, or is it more
No.
points per second?
it's more points per second.
Okay. Does it depend also on the level? So for example, you get more points if you're at a higher level.
No, but the speed of the red cars change depending on how much your score is. So the higher the score is, the faster the game is. So it gets harder and harder.
Okay. So let's see what happens in the hardware, what happens in the software. As far as I understand, the whole thing runs from the FPGA, right? So there is no PC involved.
No.
So what happens in the hardware and what happens in the software?
The software, the only thing we do right here is we have the code and we run it. And
Yeah, so by software I don't mean the PC software. I mean the software that you run on your FPGA board.
yeah, we have do you mean IB cores or
The program.
oh, the
that you
program,
wrote.
yeah. So we have our main as we run, and we have in the main we have 2 cases, and in the 2 cases they just run the program, and we have in the case written how the enemies have to behave. As you saw in our gameplay, they behave randomly.
Mhm.
So there's no really a pattern. It just comes randomly, so you can't like memorize it. Other than that, they become faster, and we have a score. And the way we have done it is when you die, the game runs again, and that's why we have made 2 cases. So when the case 1 is done, case 2 begins, and it's essentially the same thing. So yeah, and also we have a high score, so that's pretty simple. When you beat the high score, it changes.
The high score, is it remembered when you turn off the board, or is it only
No.
while you
We
at the board?
use a SD card or something like that to remember the
Okay.
scores. So every time you run the program or you turn it off and on, it disappears.
So what happens in hardware?
The hardware, we have buttons and LEDs, and there we have the two IP cores that I talked about earlier, and that's kind of it. You can see
Well, there is one more thing.
It interrupts.
There is also the graphics, right?
Oh,
The
yeah,
VGA.
Yeah, the graphics that we use, as you can see here, we use a VGA cable, and so yeah, that's kind of it.
Okay, can we see once more the gameplay?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a better.
So let's see if you can beat the high score.
As you can see, it gets faster and faster.
And we already beat the high score.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're almost all of them parallel with each other, so it's almost impossible to avoid them.
Yeah, but there's always a little room where you can just slide through if you time it correctly.
Okay, so you've thought about that as well.
Yeah, we made a function which combines the speed of the enemies, and if they are almost the same, it changes.
So
the
you
speed
slow
of some
down
of
one
them.
of them
Yeah,
so that they
yeah.
leave a gap for
Yeah.
you. Okay. So if you look back at this project, what was the most difficult thing that you had to do, or thing that was the most challenging for you?
I would say maybe a combination of getting the buttons to work and the high score.
Hmm.
Um,
I would say making the enemies show 4 at once instead of just one.
Okay.
And making them come at random moments and random speeds. That was pretty hard to code.
Mm. Okay. And what's the thing you are most proud of? I guess it might be also the thing that was most difficult, but maybe there's something else.
That it turned out to be an addicting game.
Okay.
When you first start playing it, you can't stop.
Okay. So the gameplay, it's really
Yeah.
good. So that's very nice. Okay. So I guess that's it. Thank you.